The blue line, the thin blue line. Been in the news a lot lately about, police abuse and overfunding and underfunding and not funding and what to do about the police and all these issues with police being too heavy-handed or what have you. I mean, to a point, I get it, but man, they've got a lousy job, and people just make their lousy job even worse. I know from my little experience as a firefighter in Montana that you often run into the ugly side of people, and you get jaundice from seeing all the negative stuff all the time. And in one of my jobs I'm working right now, I see a lot of the ugly side of our society, and the criminals and the thieves and just bad people. Bad people. A lot of good, but a lot of bad. And so people get jaundiced about that. And I think that's what this song is going to be talking a little bit about. This is George Strait, Treasure, country music treasure, especially in Texas. I think he's the national bird now, Texas. But George Strait's going to sing a song called The Weight of the Badge. And I think it's going to look at and address some of these issues. I hope you'll enjoy it. So thumbs up, like and subscribe, ring ding ding the bell so you get notifications, and here we go.
Secure! Hit!
Raising of the flag every morning.
You have people that are going out and doing a job to defend their communities. And in the back of the mind of every one of those officers, one of them might not be going home. And I have seen throughout my career, I have seen it here locally, where a police officer didn't go home. They kissed their loved ones goodbye, and that was the last time they saw them. And sometimes I don't think we realize the impact that this job has had on our families, let alone ourselves. That's a heavy weight. That's a heavy weight of the badge.
It's gonna be a long one, another graveyard shift, as he says goodbye to his wife and kids. It's been his life, just like his dad's, driving away under the weight of the badge. He's seen it all in his 15 years, watching our backs, facing our fears. Lord knows it ain't no easy task, keeping us safe under the weight of the badge. He swore that oath to protect and serve, pours his heart and soul into both those words. He lays his life on the line, and the line he walks is razor fine.
Every time he goes, I'm always like, call me or text me when you leave, because I just want to make sure he's okay, because I know that it's a possibility that he may not be sometime. That's the biggest weight, and I feel like a lot of times when he leaves and I give him a hug and a kiss goodbye, I always hold on to him for an extra couple seconds, just because.
He said, I'm gonna be alright, there's just sometimes you gotta fight, and the truth is nothing truer could be said. I do it for us, and I do it for them, and I ain't gonna buckle under the weight of the badge.
So for me, the weight of the badge is the weight of the pager. When the tones go off, the emergency comes in and you're going.
And at the end of the day, when we get done with our careers, we go back home to our families. well, who are we returning back to their families?
But you still have to leave and go home and take that badge off. But after you've had a long day at work, your heart is still heavy because of what you've seen.
When you say the weight of the badge, the weight of the shield, I was holding a conversation the other night. We were on standby at a firehouse and talking with the chief of another department, and we were talking about seeing. I'm going.
The badge, and he ain't gonna buckle under the weight of the badge. No, he ain't gonna buckle under the weight of the badge.
It's a sense of service, really. That weight is a sense of service to the people. I'm very, very hopeful, and I'm an optimist. I think most of us are optimists in this job, because really we want to do what's right and what's good for the people. And stumble and fall, just get up, dust your stuff off, and you keep moving, because that's what life's about, isn't it?
Yeah. I hope so. That's what I try to do,
You know, the weight of the badge, because it's really not that heavy until you put it on. And then for those guys, it's got to be incredibly heavy.
Look, this is the teenager. This is the teenager right
here. I'm blessed enough to, have two incredible daughters that they're beyond their years.
When this uniform comes off, what do I have? I have my family.
Right about now, we're gonna go outside and show you what is my pride and joy.
One of my collar ornaments that came off one of my original uniforms, and I would like to have George Strait have that as a token of my thank you for doing this the song "Weight of the Badge," and also a miniature replica of my badge that's, like I said, it's small, but it's heavy.
Okay, well that kind of hit home a little bit. Just what I was saying at the beginning of this, after you've served in the services, then, fire service, we're exposed to wildfires and house fires. And actually the closest I got to being hurt was a motor vehicle accident. I was out there cleaning up the debris on the highway from one accident, and some old woman wasn't paying attention, comes flying through and crashed another car and missed me by that much. I just happened to step off to my left. No real reason. I just stepped off to my left. I think God gave me a little push, and I heard her fly right by me, and I could feel her car going by me. I was that close, and she didn't hit me, but it was that close I could feel the car, and she crashed into the car next to me. I was just standing out there on the highway trying to clean up debris. She couldn't see me, a great big huge guy all dressed in safety gear. But yeah. Oh, I don't know. You've been out on these wildland fires and structure fires, but we did a lot of wildland in Montana. We were just north of Yellowstone, and so we get paged out all the time. A lot of wildfires in Montana. And big ones, this isn't like, some charcoal grill in the backyard got loose. This is, 1,000 acres on fire at a time, 5,000 acres, 50,000 acres. There's some big fires. Yeah. The weight of the badge, I didn't carry a badge as a firefighter. A lot of firefighters do, but it's the same. It's the same thing. So, yeah. I think it's important for all of us to be of service to our community. I may not be in the kind of shape where I can continue to put the wet stuff on the red stuff, but I still try to do my part, and that's why I'm doing these music reviews. I know this sounds like a weird path to take, but I'm trying to develop this where I can live off the revenue from it so that I would be free to go and do the stuff I truly want to do. And that'll all become clear with time. But that's my ultimate goal. So I hope you'll join. I hope you'll subscribe and help me along the way. Give us some comments. They help me out as well. And yeah, I'll have more for you here in the near future. Thanks.